Joined now by Cape Breton native and former Cape Breton Scream Eagle, Marc Bourgeois. Marc suited up for the Scream Eagles in 2009 and 2010. Marc, will start off. What are you up to now?
Right now, I'm currently working in Mississauga for Mississauga Hydro as a apprentice powerline technician. Keeping pretty busy with that at the moment. A little bit different than the hockey life, but it's been a pretty good choice so far.
That's certainly a big transition for a hockey player. How did you end up in that line of work?
I had a couple buddies that were in the trade, actually. Dave McNeil, a buddy of mine from Cape Breton. He was a PLT with Nova Scotia Power. He was a big influence for sure, and my uncle actually works up here as well as a powerline technician. I guess it kind of runs in the family also, so definitely when hockey was done, it was something that I was kind of interested in.
Yeah, definitely a good, honest, hard line of work. You were actually a 10th round pick in the QMJHL. Did you have an indication that you were going to get a good shot to make the team down in Lewiston, or was it a surprise to you to crack the roster?
It kind of motivated me not going until the 10th round. I remember that year I thought I was definitely going to go a lot lower than that in the draft. I kind of just remember using that as motivation at the time, and that summer I probably hadn't worked so hard in my life off the ice, so once I got to camp I was ready to go and it paid off.
Was there any adjustment playing hockey down in the States?
You know what, not too much. I guess the hardest adjustment would have been the stuff outside of the rink, right? The living and getting used to familiar faces and different billet families. That can be a big challenge that a lot of people don't see, right?
Absolutely. There's definitely more to it than what you see on the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
Also in your junior career, aside from what you did in the Q, you had a chance to win a Junior A title. Fans recently heard from Michael Lyle, another Cape Breton boy. He's playing in Pictou County, trying to win an MHL title there. What can you tell us about that championship experience?
It was a great experience, Junior A that year. Obviously, I would have liked to have stuck with Cape Breton as an overager, but that wasn't in the cards. We had a great run. I mean, anytime you win and anytime you go that deep with a bunch of guys, it's a great experience.
You mentioned, of course, you were playing Cape Breton prior to that. On a strong Eagles team, what was your reaction to finding out you were coming to Cape Breton?
I actually got traded in the summer. I wasn't really too surprised. Lewiston was kind of going in a different direction. At the time, they were going to rebuild, and I was a 19-year-old that season. Kind of knew I was going to be moved. I just wasn't really too sure of where, but when I heard the news, I remember I was quite happy because at the time, I had been away for 3 years since I was 16 years old. It was a good opportunity for my family and friends to get a chance to watch me play.
Absolutely. Did you watch many games growing up as a kid? Did you follow the Eagles closely?
Oh, yeah. Me and my good buddy there that I grew up with, probably familiar with him, actually, Jared Struthers.
Yes.
We'd always go into the games. I was definitely a Cape Breton Eagle fan as a kid. It all happened fast. Even junior itself, it flies by, and before you know it, it's done at the time when you're playing or when I was an Eagle. You're focused on doing your job.
That team you played on when you played in Cape Breton, you had a number of players from Cape Breton in seemingly every part of the island. You had Eskazoni, Membertou, North Sydney. They were all the regions were covered.
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. A little inside joke there, but that was probably pretty special for a lot of us, right? To have so many guys we played against our whole lives. Cape Breton County, Glace Bay, Sydney. It was pretty neat to play under the same roof with those guys. I haven't been part of too many teams that were actually as close as that team that year. Everyone seemed to really get along.
Do you have any memories of that year? A very strong regular season, unfortunately, with the way the schedule was structured. Ended up falling in the first round of the playoffs to Moncton. But any memories of that year on the ice?
That year on the ice, Lukey was having a great year, Luke Adam. I'm not sure if he scored his 50th or not, but I think he was close. It was obviously a pleasure playing with him. That's one of the things that sticks out about that year. Just a great year, right? It was a good experience for me, and the organization was great. They supported every player, really. It was a pleasure.
Now, we covered your current line of work, and of course, you mentioned playing Junior A with both Pictou County and Summerside. Describe the rest of your hockey career up until this point.
After Cape Breton, I had gone on, and I actually finished that year with Summerside. That's where we had won the league in Junior A that year. And then briefly after that, I had plans to go to Wilfrid Laurier University and pursue the college dream there, I guess. I got there. University really wasn't for me personally, so I decided to look somewhere else. And I never ended up playing that year. And obviously, I went back to school for a powerline technician, actually. So far, it's turned out to be a great move. Working for the city of Mississauga, it's been great. You can kind of take a lot of things from hockey to the job that I'm in. It's a group of guys every day. We all got to work as a team and work together, come up with game plans and such. And it's definitely a guy's trade.
That's a very interesting way of looking at it. It's great that you're able to take your experience in junior hockey and use it to something that people wouldn't necessarily think applies, but I guess it does. Thanks for doing this, Marc. We're glad to hear you're doing well.
Yep, no problem at all. Anytime. Thanks for the opportunity.
That's former Scream Eagles forward and Cape Breton native Marc Bourgeois joining us here at the intermission.